Hare Krishna. Right from the beginning of Kali Yuga, the sages always taught how to deliver the fallen people of this Kali Yuga. From Naimisharanya sages on to many acharyas, they have given a lot of literary work and done a lot of preaching activity to deliver people of this age. One of the prominent acharya is Sri Ramanujacharya. Sri Ramanujacharya, who hails from Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, has given a lot of contribution for Vaishnava upliftment, Vaishnava literature, like Vaishnava culture. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happens to be the Yugavatar of this Kali Yuga, who started the Sankirtana movement, also adopted some of the very important principles from Sri Ramanujacharya. Primarily, he took very two important principles, one of them being practice of Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti means Bhakti which is not deviated or which has no any mixtures in it. Generally, people practice Bhakti, but it is mixed with karma or sometimes with jnana. So Ananya Bhakti means it's pure Bhakti. And secondly, he took a very important principle of Bhakta Jana Seva, serving the pure devotees of the Lord. So this is also one of the very important principles. So when it comes to Ananya Bhakti, he had to, Ramanujacharya established this, practically facing a lot of obstacles. One day, he was given the charge to take up this Srirangam temple, and he had brought in a lot of changes in it, which actually disturbed many priests, the earlier priests in this temple. It became so disturbing that they were not getting their income. So they have planned, it is all because of Ramanujacharya, so they wanted to take him out of this world. So they plotted to kill him. The first attempt was, the head priest invited Ramanujacharya to his house for bhiksha, and then they poisoned the food. But the priest's wife couldn't see that happening. So when Ramanujacharya began to eat, he cried out, said, "Don't eat this, it's been poisoned." And Ramanujacharya, surprised, left the place. He was wondering why these priests are trying to kill me. And in a second attempt, the head priest went to the worst extent of putting poison in Charanamrit. People take Charanamrit for delivering themselves. He put poison in it. Ramanujacharya, noticing that, still he honored the Charanamrit, and priests were expecting he will die and he will get the news the next day. But he saw the next day, Ramanujacharya, lot of disciples, he was reciting Divya Prabandha Pashrams and was coming royally. So priest understood his mistake and fell at the lotus feet of Ramanujacharya, begging for forgiveness. And thus he was rectified. So people have this tendency to use bhakti to make money or get their material needs. But bhakti is for bhakti, to please Krishna. Secondly, sometimes we take the scriptures and read them and become scholars and become proud about it. One such proud scholar was Yagnamurti. He had defeated many scholars in North India, and he heard there's one great scholar, Ramanujacharya, who is preaching against Mayavada philosophy. So he rushed to Ramanujacharya to get into a debate. Though unwillingly, Ramanujacharya accepted a debate because there was a lot of blasphemy of Vaishnavism. And the debate went on for 17 days. And on the 17th day, Yagnamurti was having an upper hand. He had a big cart of Shastra, and he was using that Shastra, this Shastra, to condemn Vaishnavism. And Ramanujacharya that day, the 17th evening, went back to his ashram, and he was with heavy heart and He was praying to his Ishtadaiva Varadaraja Swami. And Varadaraja Swami spoke back, "Don't worry, you go back tomorrow with confidence, everything will be all right." And Ramanujacharya, considering the words of Varadaraja, the next day very happily he went there. And Yagnamurti understood. He understood that this person should be coming today because of almost defeated. And he's coming back with a lot of confidence and happiness. That changed it. He said, this can't be. He must be a great personality. So he went and fell at the lotus feet of Ramanujacharya and corrected himself and became his disciple. And Ramanujacharya made him his disciple, calling him Devaraja Muni. Later in his later days, he wrote a lot of literature praising Ramanujacharya. So this jnana and karma are big hurdles in bhakti. So Ananya Bhakti means we give away this jnana mishra and karma mishra bhakti. This is what taught by Ramanujacharya. And second thing is Bhakta Jana Seva. Once Ramanujacharya sent his disciples to inform one of the Grihastha disciple he had from a far off place that he would be coming in particular time. And the disciples who went to pass the message and came back. And Ramanujacharya asked how they treated you. They said, well, they got the message and they were so happy. Somehow in that happiness they didn't bother us. Ramanujacharya was very upset. He said, I'm not going to their place. And that news also reached them. They came running to Ramanujacharya asking pardon. What has happened? What mistake we have done? What aparadh we have done? And Ramanujacharya explained, it's not just worshipping Krishna or just a spiritual master. We should worship all the Vaishnavas. We should respect them. Take care of everyone. Sarva bhuta hiteruta. Bhagavad Gita explains. So you're not in that kind of elevated stage. So I wanted to correct you. So we can learn that we have to worship, respect all the Vaishnavas, serve them with great humility. So this is what Ramanujacharya taught him. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted these two principles of Ananya Bhakti and Bhakti Jana Seva and included in guided Vaishnavas. And we have to take this advantage where we can receive the mercy of Sri Ramanujacharya. Hare Krishna.